New fallout after this stunning new report claiming the Obama administration lied about the mission to kill Osama bin Laden. Investigative reporter Seymour Hersh insists the White House has been lying about the raid from the very beginning. He says, among many things, that Pakistan was actually in control of the entire operation. The story has a lot of skeptics, including Robert O'Neill. He was a member of SEAL Team 6 who was in the compound the night and fired the shot that killed Osama bin Laden. Rob, good morning to you. Welcome back here to America's Newsroom. I'm fine. I heard you yesterday call this insulting. Explain.
Yeah, I mean, it's insulting to the guys that took a lot of fire and almost were hit in the head with bullets, and even to the people that for years planned this. You know, the CIA did just painstaking work. They nonstop, day after day, year after year to find them, and for someone just to come up because of an anonymous source and just say we made the whole thing up, it's a little insulting.
What did he make up?
Well, he made up pretty much everything. I mean, we're talking about, well, see, some of the stuff that he had right was, okay, yeah, we flew there. We didn't have any ISI help. We didn't tell the Pakistanis we were coming. There certainly was not an agent in the helicopter with us. There were guards on the ground. We did take fire. We did kill the courier and his brother Abrar. We did kill bin Laden's son on the stairs, and then we went to the bedroom and killed Osama bin Laden. And that's stuff that he said we didn't do. We did all of it. And like the story that we put out there, the night of the raid is what happened.
This is what Hersh writes specifically about that point, Rob. An ISI liaison officer flying with the SEALs guided them into the darkened house and up a staircase to bin Laden's quarters. The SEALs have been warned by the Pakistanis that heavy steel doors block the stairwell on the first and second floor landings. Bin Laden's rooms were on the third floor. That is information that someone like you would only know. Is that true or not?
That's ridiculous. We're dealing with aircraft where we're worried about the weight just for fuel, the sake of fuel. So we want to bring as many SEALs as we can. We don't have room for an intelligence officer from Pakistan. All that happened here is Hersh he's being told this story because Pakistan is still really angry that we did that without them knowing about it. They know that Hersh wrote an article about this in 2003 in The Guardian. They found someone who would take the bait. They sent it to him. He bit it. And like everyone's turning the story down. The story is going away. It is so ridiculous. Everyone with whom I've spoken can't even finish it. It's like reading a really bad piece of fiction.
I heard you mention that just yesterday. You're saying no Pakistanis from the intelligence agency, the ISI, were on board that chopper?
Absolutely not. We had all Americans and a dog.
Were any Pakistanis at the compound when you went inside?
No, not at all. This was nobody knew we were coming. I mean, we're talking about a story that the president put out, 2 secretaries of defense, deputy director of the CIA, directors of the CIA, people that weren't even appointed to their positions before this happened. So we're talking we all had to conspire, even with people that weren't involved, so that they would continue the narrative. It's so ludicrous that it's going nowhere.
Here is the former deputy CIA director Mike Morrell on this raid from earlier today.
What I don't know is whether somebody did walk in and say, I know where he is, but I can guarantee you that any information given to us by a walk-in with regard to bin Laden, and there were probably a lot of people who walked in and said, I know where he is, that was completely irrelevant. The story of finding the courier, trailing the courier, finding the compound, that's the story of what happened.
So then, has the administration told the entire truth about this, Rob?
Of course they have, and just listen to Mike Morrell. We're talking about one of the most level-headed guys out there. He doesn't lose his temper. He's very logical, and he never places blame. And he's just saying what we said happened. This isn't a nonsense story.
Why would he be living a mile from Pakistan's version of West Point? Can you make sense of that?
No, I mean, I'm not saying that there are people in the Pakistan military and Pakistan intelligence didn't know where he was. If I had a bet on it, I would bet some of them did know. And he's just there because it's like hiding in plain sight and no one's going to talk about it. And as far as these walk-ins, I'm sure that happened all the time. And that's why we would make stuff up about bin Laden to see that people came in to talk about the stuff that we made up so we would know they weren't telling the truth. So yeah, walk-ins happen all the time. They're not doing it for the greater good. They're doing it because we pay them.
So you could understand the Pakistanis wanting to keep an eye on him and wanting perhaps to control him, because what Hersh alleges is they were using him as a bargaining chip to control al-Qaeda and to control the Taliban. Do you buy that?
I could see that happening. I don't have any knowledge of that happening. You know, I'd like to believe that our allies are our allies, but I understand how a lot of that stuff works over there. They do things for their best interest, not for our best interest, but they also want to keep us happy, so they're on the payroll, all that stuff too. But I would believe that if someone said ISI knew where he was, but we didn't get their help.
One more question. Hirsch alleges that he was never buried at sea.
Of course he was buried at sea.
So you know that for a fact?
I know that for a fact. We accompanied his body all the way back to Afghanistan to 2 different forward operating bases, and then we handed them off. We have some trusted friends that brought him to the ship, and then they put him to sea.
Rob, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate your perspective on this. I know Hirsch did not call you, but if that conversation happens, let us know. We'll bring you back on here.
I will. Thanks, Bill.
And we'll talk about it then. You bet.
Right.
Rob O'Neill,
Great
thank you from Washington. Good to have you on our program today.